Believers in humble circumstances ought to take pride in their high position. But the rich should take pride in their humiliation, since they will pass away like a wild flower. For the sun rises with scorching heat and withers the plant. Its blossom falls, and its beauty is destroyed. In the same way, the rich will fade away even while they go about their business. James 1, 9-11.
And today, man, we're diving into just a few verses from the book of James that pack an incredible punch. They're going to completely flip our modern ideas about what it means to be rich or poor.
Okay, so right out of the gate, James just throws down this massive challenge. And you have to understand, this was just as shocking 2,000 years ago as it is today. He's not just suggesting we, be a little less materialistic. No, he's saying our entire way of thinking about success and failure is fundamentally wrong.
So how does he pull this off? Well, he starts by reframing our economic status. He says it's not a measure of your success or God's favor. Instead, it's a profound spiritual trial. It's a test designed to get to the heart of what you and I truly value.
And look, this isn't just some generic life lesson. James is being incredibly specific here. He is literally turning your bank account, whether it's overflowing or empty, into the very stage where your faith gets put to the ultimate test. So when James uses the word humble, he's not talking about being modest or having a quiet personality. No way! He's using the Greek word tapenos, and he's talking about people facing real, grinding, socioeconomic hardship. These are people struggling to make ends meet. That context is absolutely everything.
And this, right here, is where James makes this incredibly radical turn. He doesn't offer some 5-step plan to get out of poverty. Instead, he offers a completely new way to see reality. It is a total, head-spinning reversal of the world's logic.
And here it is. This is the great cosmic reversal in action. The poor believer is told to boast, to take pride in their high spiritual position. And at the exact same time, the rich believer is told to find their pride in their humiliation. I mean, what a jarring contrast, right? It's clearly meant to shake us awake.
Now this word boasting, couches though, it's not about being arrogant or bragging about what you have. Not at all. It's a call to anchor your entire identity, your whole sense of self-worth, in a completely different reality. It means finding your value in God's unshakable economy, not in the constantly shifting sands of human status.
So, for that humble believer, the crucial point is that their true wealth is spiritual. It's eternal. They're called heirs to the kingdom, and that's a status that no stock market crash, no pink slip, no worldly trial can ever touch. It's a theme you see all through the Old Testament. God consistently lifts up the lowly.
So what about the wealthy believers? What's their path? Well, it's one of humility. They're called to find their true significance not by flaunting their stuff, but by identifying with the servant heart of Jesus and by recognizing that all their material wealth is profoundly temporary.
And to really hammer this point home, James uses this powerful, poetic image he borrows from the prophet Isaiah. It shows us just how fragile worldly wealth really is. He starts with an image his audience would have known in their bones, that brutal, scorching sun of the Near East. And this isn't some gentle, warming light. This is a powerful force, and it represents the inevitable trials and hardships of life.
And under this intense, relentless heat, the beautiful wildflower, which looks so vibrant and full of life, it just can't last. Its strength gives out, its petals drop, it's done.
And just like that, in a flash, what seems so valuable and so beautiful is gone. Its worth, its beauty has completely vanished, as if it was never even there.
And then James lands the punch. He says the person who trusts in their riches will fade away just like that flower, often right in the middle of their business deals, their planning, their empire building. Wealth, he's arguing, offers zero ultimate security. None.
Okay, so after that pretty stark image, James brings it all together in the final verse of this section. He shows us the ultimate reward for enduring these kinds of trials, whether it's the trial of poverty or the trial of wealth. After laying out this intense test, James shifts his focus to the outcome, and he uses the word blessed. Now, he's not just talking about being happy. This is a deep, settled state of spiritual well-being that comes only from persevering through the fire.
And what's the prize for this perseverance? It's the Stephanos tes zoes, the crown of life. And listen, this is not a trophy. It's not more status or a bigger bank account. The reward is life itself. Eternal, unending, vibrant life with God. That is the ultimate prize.
So you see the path he lays out, right? There's this clear progression. First, you face the trial, and you choose to endure it, to persevere. That act of endurance proves your faith is real. It has stood the test. And it's that tested, proven faith that leads directly to the promised reward.
Yeah, that idea of standing the test is captured by this incredible Greek word, Dokimos. It was a term they used for a piece of metal that had been put through the furnace, through the fire, and was proven to be pure, with all the junk burned away. So perseverance isn't just passively waiting around, it's the fire that proves our faith is the real deal.
So what's the big picture here? How does all this fit into the rest of the book of James? What's the main thing we're supposed to take away from this intense passage?
Well, what's the bottom line? I think it's this. Life's trials, especially when it comes to money, are a great equalizer. They force us to answer the question, what am I really trusting in? My portfolio or my Creator? James makes it clear that God's economy always favors humility, and that real faith isn't just a feeling, it's a working faith that proves itself when life gets hard.
You know, maybe the biggest takeaway is that for James, faith is never just a private, internal thing you keep to yourself. It's supposed to be a transformative power that completely changes the very lens through which we see everything: our money, our status, our purpose, the whole shebang.
And so James leaves us with this powerful, personal challenge. In a world that is obsessed with temporary beauty, with fleeting status, and with wealth, all things that fade away just like a wildflower in the sun, he asks us to stop and consider, what is the true, unfading prize that you are living for?